Breaking news live at 5. President Trump says Chief of Staff Reince Priebus is out and will be replaced by Homeland Security Secretary John F. Kelly. The president tweeting, quote, "I would like to thank Reince Priebus for his service and dedication to his country. We accomplished a lot together and I am proud of him," unquote. Now, this move comes just a day after Trump's new communications director targeted Priebus in an article published by The New Yorker. To give you some background on the infighting within the White House, we turn to NBC's Kristen Welker, who filed this report earlier today.
Tonight, a profanity-laced tirade from the new White House communications director, Anthony Scaramucci, targeting two of the president's top advisors. Scaramucci telling The New Yorker Chief of Staff Reince Priebus is an expletive, paranoid schizophrenic, and attacking Chief Strategist Steve Bannon in such vulgar terms they cannot be repeated on television, also calling him a media-hungry self-promoter. Sources inside and outside the White House say both Priebus and Bannon tried to block Scaramucci from joining the administration. It comes as Scaramucci is publicly feuding with Priebus, too. This morning, Scaramucci referring to Priebus in stark terms.
Some brothers are like Cain and Abel.
The biblical reference of brotherly murder bolstering speculation of a deep divide, which started overnight when Scaramucci claimed his financial disclosure form was leaked out, even though it's public record, and seemed to point the finger at Priebus in a tweet, which was later deleted. This morning, Scaramucci backed off blaming Priebus directly for leaking, but then this.
If Reince wants to explain that he's not a leaker, let him do that.
Today, the White House press secretary dodged questions about whether the president has confidence in Priebus.
He'll make that decision. We all serve at the pleasure of the president.
But this isn't the only public feud at the White House. The president has spent days sharply criticizing Attorney General Jeff Sessions for recusing himself from the Russia investigation, citing a conflict of interest as a former campaign advisor. Tonight, Sessions speaking out in his most candid terms yet.
Well, it's kind of hurtful, but the President of the United States is a strong leader. He's steadfastly determined to get his job done, and he wants all of us to do our jobs, and that's what I intend to do.
Sessions still fiercely loyal, even as speculation swirls. The president is considering a recess appointment to replace him.
The infighting in the administration is eclipsing the agenda, and I think that's why so many Republicans are rattled.
Now, that was Kristen Welker reporting. To follow the latest information on this breaking news story, download our NBC 26 app or visit our website.